cooling racks down there. Crazy. Jake, did you know any of that?
Not the o'clock part. I knew about the oven part.
You think it's true?
I think that's what's intended to be used for, but I just don't think that's what we use it for.
Did you know about your toaster?
I don't think so, but it makes sense too.
Yeah.
It does.
I never really thought about that one.
Never thought it had anything to do with time. Never. I thought it was just like, how charred do you want your toast? Level 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? Nothing but sunshine. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, this is car show weather.
Why is Jake laughing at me?
I'm not.
What are you laughing at?
I don't even know. I'm good.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right. So you either are stoic and hate everything, or you're laughing, but you don't know what at.
No, I got nothing.
I look over at the video and he's like, and then he just starts laughing. I'm like, what did I just do?
You're watching a funny video?
No, I'm just watching the stream. I have nothing on my computer.
Oh boy. Amy said he hit that pen again.
Hit the pen, or he's doing shrooms while
I don't know what he's
doing
doing over there.
Unbelievable. You're going with the hoodie today, huh?
Yeah, it's cold, bro.
Are you on acid?
What is happening? I'm afraid of him.
Have you taken pills?
No, I promise.
What is happening?
Nothing. I don't know.
Take us on your journey. Where we're willing to go with you.
There's no journey. I don't know. I was really tired. I stayed up late last night.
Doing what?
I've been working on this side project for this YouTuber that I've been editing for, and it's caused a couple of stresses throughout the week. And then I just was super tired today, and I don't know. Just right now, I just
become slap happy.
I guess so.
So you were just laughing literally at nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad. I don't even know what the hell to say. I don't. All right. Jake, everybody. That's Jake. He'll be at the car show tonight. Maybe. He can find his way there. You might have to tell him he's there.
Okay, so have you guys been to the store recently?
Yes.
And no. Like, literally, this is brand new. So my favorite store is Target, right? We go to Target often. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or try and lie. Anyhow, why do we have to have sales reps in stores where you're just trying to get your shopping done?
Oh, Sam's Club does that.
Sam's Club does it. I will say Costco's really good about it. There's reps there, but they don't approach you. You have to come to them.
Those Sam's Club people damn near tackle you.
Oh my gosh, it's awful. Well, Target has now allowed reps to be in the back of their store by their cell phones, peddling cell phone service plans. And to Target, I say, you suck. I'm sorry. This was the interaction that I had over the course of, I was there a week ago today, and I was there, and I have not gone back yet. And part of it was because of this exchange. I was there a week ago today, and then I was also there the previous Sunday. So Sunday to Sunday to anyhow, it was a few days. It was less than a week. We were approached. She asked what we were paying for our cell phone plan, and I told her, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's so high. Well, it's not. Let me just tell you that. For 5 lines and internet being under $250, it's not. Tries to reorganize after we told her that we're in a contract, completely ignored us, is like steamrolling us to come with her, and finally my husband speaks up, and he's like, we said we're not interested. So we walk away, and I'm there the following Friday with my daughter because Sabrina Carpenter dropped a new album. What? Anyhow.
You got the vinyl?
Yeah. The same woman approaches us, and I said, we already spoke last Sunday. I was here last Sunday. I said, oh, yeah, you were. For sure. I remember. And she's like, well, let's talk about it. And I said, no, I'm going to tell you what I told you then. We're just trying to shop. We're not interested.
Yeah.
She walked away and was like mumbling something under her breath. Listen, I am not the rude one. I am trying to save you time. You're going nowhere fast with me. But moreover, why are these stores allowing sales reps to interrupt the shopping experience in their store? Because it's putting a bad taste in my mouth. I'll tell you what, I'll go to all online shopping. I don't want to be bothered. And I'm not an introvert.
Christian, Lauren, Jake here. Have you gone over yet to the live video feed on Facebook, YouTube, and X? Giving yourself another chance to become a finalist for the 4-day passes to Sonic Temple at Crew Stadium, May 8th through 11th. Metallica closing out 2 nights. Then, of course, Linkin Park and Korn. The other ones we're asking you to go over, click the like button on the live video feed, and put the Korn emoji in the comment section this morning for Korn. If you do that, you have a chance to be selected at the end of the show by Lauren and made a finalist. We're still doing the Q to call this hour. We're still doing the Q to call next hour. Also 8 o'clock hour. Your call Wednesday, your request from 8 to 9. And Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame joining us at 8:30 like he does every Wednesday. Looking forward to that. It's all coming up on the show. Good morning, all. Stay warm today. Cannoli lover checking in. Good morning, cannoli
Ooh,
lover.
I love cannolis too.
Happy hump day. Big D's wifey checking in. Good morning, Netflix binge girl here as always. Good morning, Netflix binge girl. Glad you're with us as well on this Wednesday morning, halfway through the work week. Morning is right. Better weather days are coming, but today is going to be stupid again.
I'm excited for Friday.
Even Mark's, I heard, I'm putting the weathers in this morning. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's going to be really cold overnight tonight, but
32.
that's fine. It's good sleeping weather. I like
Cover your plants.
I haven't put anything in the ground yet. I'm not that silly. This time next month, though, is go time. Anyhow, this has been a really busy week. Like, really busy. We've had a lot of driving, a lot of meetings, a lot of appointments. After, really, I just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It should calm down a little bit tomorrow. And Friday is like, no meetings yet, knock on wood. So I cannot wait until Friday evening because it is a fire up the grill, grab a beer, and hang out outside kind of night.
I'm so grateful that we did grill on Monday when it was nice.
Yeah.
Because it was worth it. We grilled burgers and dogs. It was like beautiful out there, sitting out there with the grill. But man,
I got to get all my Easter
these
stuff
last
in
couple
order
days have
too.
been stupid.
I know. I got to get all of our stuff for Easter. I did order a couple of things for Easter baskets off Amazon last night because I'm a little behind.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Let me see here. Halfway through the work week. Hi, it's Friday Eve. I know a lot of you got 4-day work weeks. Some of you got 3. We talked about this on Monday. You guys trolled me, made fun of me, you early risers, with your 4 and 3-day work weeks this week. I get it. Some of you are about to hit your spring break and have half of this week and all next week off. I know. Nothing I can do but come into work on Friday. Good morning from Covered Perfections. Busy week for me with Easter.
Oh, I bet.
So it is selling those chocolate bunnies.
Yep.
Selling those chocolate bunnies. While we have a minute, you know what? We don't. So we'll talk about it after sports.
Good call.
Looked up. I was like, nope, sure don't. It's Mike Posner, cooler than me. Sports up next. It's Q92. I fed a giraffe at the Columbus Zoo. It's pretty fun. Their tongue will just...
Oh, it's so gross. Their tongues geek me out.
Yeah. Jimmy fed some more sheep and lamb at the Canfield Fair. It was 2 for $5 cups of food. Fun. He really enjoys a good goat.
Well, goats are really cute, especially
the best.
The ones with the blue eyes are adorable. In fact, there's a farm that I pass every single morning, and they turn their goats out with their horses, and it's the cutest thing ever because they play with the horses.
When I pull out of my... That's pretty cool. Actually.
Yes.
When I pull out of my development, there is right across the street on this road is a farm. And sometimes as early as 4:20 in the morning, as I'm pulling out, there are horses or cows right up against the fence. It looks like I'm driving into them. And I was just like, man, they let him out early. That is early to get up and let out your cows and horses.
Well,
they're up against that fence.
Yeah.
And I always thought to myself, man, wouldn't it be not cool, but what if one day they all got out and I went outside, it was just cows in my cul-de-sac?
That'd be really bad for the farmer.
That'd be the coolest thing ever. I mean, this is awesome.
For you.
Look at all these cows just hanging out in my cul-de-sac. I like saying cul-de-sac because I feel like I'm getting away with something. But I'm not.
No, you're not.
Words that sound bad, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think cul-de-sac, that's up there. Any other words that, you think they're bad, but they're not?
Doppelganger.
I could see that. Cul-de-sac.
Doppelganger.
Oh, perfect. Jake, you think of any words that sound dirty, but they're not?
Only the obvious shuttlecock.
No, shuttlecock is huge.
Isn't that the birdie in badminton or whatever?
That's exactly what it's called in badminton. It's called the shuttlecock.
We have to make sure we pronounce.
Minton.
Yeah.
I just remember because I took that in college. I'm like, you mean badminton? It's actually Minton. I'm like, oh, is it? Minton.
Well, it stuck with you.
But it is a shuttlecock.
Yeah.
And that is what it's called. And you got to hit that shuttlecock back and forth. Shuttlecock. Someone said dongle.
Oh, yeah.
Dongle is a word.
Yeah, it
that
is a
sounds
word.
like it's kind of, dirty, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not saying anything wrong at all.
No.
What about caulk? Caulking.
Well, that's caulking.
Caulking. No one says caulking.
Well, it's supposed to be.
No one's like,
there is.
No one walks around and goes, check out the caulk. You say caulking.
No, look at the caulking.
I got
job.
to replace the caulking. Yeah. You need more caulking.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
It's time to wake up with your live and local morning show. It's Christian and Lauren on Q92.
7:34 right here on today's Hit Music, Q92. Don't forget, coming up this hour still, 4-day passes to Sonic Temple, Cruise Stadium, May 8th through 11th. We're getting a finalist for that. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 10. We got that for you. 8 o'clock hour, your call Wednesday. 9 o'clock and 8:30, also Rich Desrosiers, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That is coming up. Looking forward to that. 330-450-9292 is the phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. When I was driving around yesterday, I got into a little bit of a deep dive, unintentional, conversation between these people. And I guess I don't even know if it was a podcast or a show. It was on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
And it was about how men, and now young people, men don't ask women out in person at all anymore. It was interesting. They had a woman on the panel, a man, and like a moderator. About how like men just don't. Whether it's fear, whatever, they do not ask out in person. They cannot. It is all done online.
It doesn't shock me in the least.
All done online. I'm sure there's people out there going, how? And then that got, when you listen to a video for a little bit, now your algorithm decides, oh, you like that?
Here's some more.
Oh, how's every other? I'm like, no, I want the funny stuff. I'm like, no, where did all my fun stuff go? Where'd all the ones that make me laugh go? I came across this lady who posted a TikTok about the way a guy asked her out.
Okay.
In person. And gentlemen, young gentlemen out there in the dating world, is this the new way to do it? No one reinvented the wheel here, but I think this is very 2025. Listen, I forget this lady's name, but this is how, and she was very happy. This is how a guy at a bar in person asked her out. And then you can give me your immediate. Okay. I think this is very 2025. It made me want to share this with the young people out there, the youngins, or the singles. Mm-hmm. They're going, how the hell do I even? Because one of the things in the thing I was talking about is men, in the discussion I was listening to, is men are literally afraid they're going to offend or creep out a woman by simply going up and asking them out or asking for their number or trying to talk to them at a bar. They're afraid they're literally going to offend them or creep them out or give them the ick, as the kids like to say now.
But why?
I think because how
rejection.
I think women
is
do.
Age as old as time.
That was what and this one guy had a great point. He goes, and what young people need to realize is whether you walk up to a guy or you walk up to a girl and they reject you, they reject your overture. He's like, you're both going to be fine.
Yes.
He's like,
it's going to be all right.
You're both going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But this is how this lady was asked out. And she was so happy about it, she decided to make TikTok. Listen to this.
Men, take notes. This is how you ask somebody out. He came up to me with a piece of paper with his name, phone number, and Instagram, and asked if I lived around here. I said yes. He said, well, you should just text me sometime. Told me a little bit about himself. And it was super nice and sweet. And then he said, I don't want to bother you, but you should text me if you want. Then he walked away. And then that was it. Guys, hello. This is how you just say hello and not be creepy. Like, the best way to introduce yourself. 10 out of 10 recommend.
What do you think?
No, I think that's perfect. I think this
put his
guy
stuff on a piece
it.
of paper.
Yeah.
Had his name, his number, and his Instagram.
And it has to be a piece of paper. Don't be a DB and go out there and get business cards made up, okay?
I agree with you there. A business card would probably not work at all. That'd probably be very weird.
Very off-putting. Like you need, how many of these did you have printed?
Fair.
You know?
Why is this laminated? Yeah. But he wrote his name, his number, and his Instagram. Introduced himself. Said, if you want, I'd love for you to text me. And then he didn't hang around all night breathing on her neck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny.
Hi, me again.
It's funny you brought this up because I've seen stuff on TikTok before about dating because I'm trying to understand the younger generation too. Yeah. I've got kids that are coming up like how this is going to be for them. Mm-hmm. And I saw a TikTok where a dude literally had a shirt on with a QR code.
There you go.
And it took you to his Instagram.
There you go. But I think that's good. He didn't.
So you could connect with him if you wanted.
If you want. No pressure. He's not following you around the bar all night.
Yeah, but think about that. I was like, so all of his friends are like, oh, Chad's coming. Is he wearing his shirt? You know, like it's this calling card with a QR code on it.
Now, if you like what you see or you think he's interesting,
right,
scan it on your phone. You're good to go. You find out who he is, where he is. But I thought that guy to go up with the card, not the card, the piece of paper with his name, his number, his Instagram, so you can check out his social media.
Yeah.
Hand it over, introduce himself, and say, if you'd ever like to text me, that'd be great. I'd love it. And then you just kind of let her enjoy her evening.
Yeah.
I thought it was very 2025.
Yeah,
I thought
like
that was
I'm
very,
interested in you.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Shows confidence.
Here's my information.
He still came up to you.
Yep. And you make a decision. And then if you want to pursue this, great.
Yeah. If not, have a great evening.
Yep.
I thought that was like.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm an expert on nothing, but I think, as they say in The Mandalorian, this is the way.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Jake, you're young.
I've never heard that before, but I think it's kind of genius.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that something you hear that now if you were single? Maybe something you think about doing?
Maybe.
Because
I
I'm
probably
telling you
still
right,
wouldn't.
I'm
but-
telling you right now, I'd be like,
Jake's like, it's a great idea. It's genius. Never
I
would do
would
it
never
myself.
do it.
I would never actually go up to anybody. That's my thing.
never.
But like, if I were to, I'd probably do that.
Okay.
Would you?
Probably.
Why wouldn't you?
Way too scary.
How in the world did you start dating Star?
She asked me to meet first.
Okay.
And where'd you meet her?
Outside of her work
But-
in Ashland.
No, I mean, like, how did you come across her?
Bumble.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like with
Apps.
dating apps and social media.
Yeah.
I
Were you
let me
worried
ask
she was a serial killer?
No.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, Jake. Like, you clearly were interested in her on Bumble,
Yeah.
and you were excited when she got back because in Bumble, obviously, if you guys don't know, you match. Only the girl can initiate a conversation.
Right,
You
which
can't
is-
DM. I think this is to stop people from getting the pic.
Yeah.
Oh, you liked me? Here's my wiener.
Right.
You
You
know
like
what I mean?
that too?
Yeah. Here's what else you'd like to know before you know my last name.
If you like me, you might like my little friends.
Oh, you liked me back. I know what
look,
that means.
it has sunglasses on.
How about that? But
What
I'm
if
s-
anybody's ever put googly eyes on?
Yeah.
Anyhow, sorry.
That's right. With a mustache and sunglasses? Interesting. Not an odd elephant. But I just what I'm getting at is you liked her.
Yeah.
You thought she was you were attracted to her, whether it was her personality as you were reading about her. But in person, you and I'm not, and this isn't a knock because I'm very similar. You would not, if you saw her at a bar, you would not have had the courage to even go up to her,
No.
even if you wanted to.
Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could have.
You don't think you even could have?
No.
Not even like if you were with a group of friends
No.
and you had
That would
somebody.
probably be even worse because they would have been pushing me and I would have get mad at them and they were trying to help. but
Gotcha. But it would make this.
It would have made me
worse.
angry.
And
Yeah.
that's what the I don't know, I guess it was a TED Talk, whatever I was listening to, was talking about. Like, guys are literally afraid to go up to women now and ask them out, especially the younger
I think
guys.
the younger guys more than anything.
Well, yeah, obviously, guys our age and older are going to have less of a problem.
Right.
Our generation still grew up. We were at the bar every weekend, meeting people, talking to people, getting introduced to people.
Like my friend group's gonna hang out with your friend group,
Right.
kind of deal.
Or you just get to know another friend group because you're at the same bar
Yeah.
and you're by. So yeah, it was. I don't want to say it was easy to meet girls. I'm not saying I was. Oh yeah, look at me. I'm just saying it was easy in person. It was still very common to be out, and even if you bumped. Oh, excuse
Yeah,
me.
and they just don't do that anymore. They don't go out. There's no like clubs for them to go to necessarily. Not like it was for us back in the day when there were dance clubs. You could get in at 18, drink at 21 ish.
And I
You know, I mean,
But I think adversely, when we look at the younger and how it is now with social media, I think that's why I think some girls are a little more creeped out because they came up used to you find out if a guy likes you because he DMs you, he snaps you.
but I also think
You
that
don't
can
meet
be,
him at
That
you know what I
can
mean?
be just as creepy
Could be.
because hello, DM dummies, all those people that
Yeah.
were relentless, those dudes that were relentless.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
I mean, that has you looking over your shoulder when you're leaving the grocery store.
Listen to this text. My 14-year-old had a boy approach her in person last week. She said, quote, I thought that was something that only happened in movies. Like she was thrown off by it.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is the 14-year-old girl. A boy her age came up to her to talk to her because he liked her. And she thought it wasn't even a real thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how different it is. The younger generation is doomed, she said, LOL.
Yeah.
So for a guy to walk up to be like, wow, hi, my name's Tom. I think you're very pretty. That's weird to a girl now. 2025, this has been my approach since 2001. Trust, believe, it works. So you are someone that walks up with a piece of paper. My name, my phone, my Instagram. Have a great night. I think the good thing is to back off afterwards.
I agree. I think everybody, no matter what the situation, whether it's dating or whether it's doing business with somebody, or I think transparency is the key to everything
Mhm.
because it creates, whether it's an illusion or not, this feeling of safety.
Yeah.
So I agree with you in this day and age when we've got all of these heinous things happening, like human trafficking and, just abductions, and it just,
Jesus.
well, I mean, it does
Take it to a dark
happen.
place.
It
I know.
does happen. I'm just saying, I think in the back of a girl's mind, the more transparent they are and the more information they have, the more comfortable they feel responding to someone.
That's
So
great.
I think that's why it works.
Yeah, gentlemen, I would follow that TikTok. I really would. Walk up, hand them your name, introduce yourself off. Don't just hand them the paper quietly and run away. But introduce
And
yourself.
don't have your friend run up your note.
Even though in grade school, that's how we did it.
Grade school.
Hey, Nick, give this to Susan.
I know. Or pass this note. Don't open it.
Don't open it, though. It clearly says for Susan only. I underlined it.
For Susan's eyes only.
You better not open that. I underlined it. It's Susan only. Man. Just show interest, then back off. Let them decide, someone says on the text line. Thank God I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. The good old days. Christian knows what I'm talking about. I think most of our generation does.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
my
glory years were of my teens and 20s was the late 90s, early 2000s. And I had a blast.
Well, not only that, like back in my day, it was like your friends would try and hook you up with some of their friends. And like, that doesn't happen either anymore.
No.
What
happens in school now, at least I'm learning from the not daughter, is everyone just trades off girlfriends and boyfriends.
Which is gross.
You like date your buddy's ex.
Ew.
It's weird.
Back in the day, that was a no.
Dude, there's no bro code. And the bros have no problem with it. And even if they do, they just kind of like, it's weird. There is no way in high school I would have dated an ex of one of my really good in my friend group.
Well, not only that, someone brought up a good point to me a couple of years ago. They were dating somebody that had dated numerous people in high school and all that kind of stuff, and they ended up marrying them. Like, think about it. Like, when Susan's at the altar with Tom, how many people in the audience?
Well, that's one of my rules.
Have dated Susan. You know what I mean? Like,
and that, you know, that was always one of my rules. Getting married, I'd like to be the only one in the church that slept with my wife.
I think that's a good rule.
And
I think that's still a good rule.
Call that insecurity. Call that ego. But I'm saying I will own both of those.
Dude, you know how I am.
I'd like to be the only man who slept with my wife in the church.
First of all, they would have never been invited. But if I would have found out that somebody was in the audience at our wedding that had slept with Tony, and I would have found out during the wedding, someone would have had to have taken the cake knife away.
I don't know that I don't want violence. I don't want to look out the crowd and be like,
I just want to chase her out of church.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was going to kill anybody.
Yeah. I wouldn't actually have stabbed her.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys think that's an okay rule? That's kind of my rule. Like, I don't want anyone at the church.
Not an okay rule. I think it's the rule.
Slept with my wife. That's just a little code I kind of made up along the way. 747. Whoops.
Call right now and win.
Call now to win your 4-day passes to Sonic Temple, only with Q92.
Oh, it's another Q to call. Let's go. Caller number 10 right now, 330-450-9292. You will become a finalist. You'll have a chance to win the 4-day passes to Sonic Temple in Columbus. 4 days of unbelievable rock and roll. I'm talking Metallica closing out 2 of the nights. Korn, Linkin Park, so much more. Just be caller number 10 right now, and you'll be our latest finalist. 330-450-9292. Caller 10, good luck. Hello, anesthesia, something like that here.
Esthetician,
there you
maybe?
go. When I do Brazilian waxes, I can tell who's a stander. That's why when I wax the back end, I have you spread those cheeks.
What?
I am dying of laughter. It reminds me of the Adam Sandler movie, Big Daddy or something, Little Boy. I wipe my own ass. That was Big Daddy. Oh, that's when they took him away. Oh,
He was so cute, that little boy.
what do people do that can't reach around themselves? Get the power washer out? They should make a power washer for butts.
That's called a bidet.
No, I mean a real power washer. Like
That hurts.
where you almost go flying. I am a lady. Sit to wipe with TP and then wet wipe for the final swipe. I'm thinking most of the women just stand because they're jealous. Men stand when we pee. It is a nice little thing. We have little hoses.
You guys are really quick.
Yeah. Okay, wait, Jake. Where are the nuts when you wipe your butt? This is bizarre.
In my hand, up to my middle knuckle.
Up to your middle knuckle?
Like my fingers just up.
I'm glad you sit, but I don't know that I can go with you on down this road, my friend. We might have to part ways. The cupping.
These are the weirdos you have on your team.
Just like hunk. I don't
I don't understand not doing that.
Who taught you this?
Myself. Actually, no, I think my mom might have when I was very little. I don't know, though.
Told you to cup?
I feel like I used to stand all the time, but I also stood weird. I would stand and plant my left foot on the ground, my right foot on the toilet seat, and then I would go behind when I stood. But now,
that's called the Shakespeare. Yeah.
That's how I used to
Or the
stand.
Captain Morgan.
And then I just realized it's easier to.
Yeah, that one's just, I don't know, man. I don't know about the
I
cup.
still am like,
Now, I have yet to have anyone text in, and the text line has exploded.
you used to put a foot on the toilet seat?
Yeah, when I stood, I would face the toilet seat.
I get it.
What?
I get it.
Okay.
I don't know. No one else has said anything about they cup the coin purse
Yeah.
when wiping. You know what I mean? I haven't, nothing about that. But, text line can still come in. Q92, hello, who's this?
This is Amanda.
Amanda, where are you calling from?
Alliance.
All right, Amanda, you're caller number 10. You are now a finalist.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Amanda. You could be headed to Historic Crew Stadium to take in 4 days of Sonic Temple happening May 8th through the 11th.
I'll be taking my husband for sure if I win.
Awesome.
Don't
Well,
ask.
Amanda, just tell everybody your favorite station making you a finalist.
Q92.
There we go. That's 2 finalists. We still got 2 more to go, but congratulations. Amanda from Alliance. Don't forget the 6 o'clock hour. Bethany from Uniontown. She became a finalist as well. 2 more chances. Q to call the 8 o'clock hour. And, of course, at the end of the 9 o'clock hour, getting a finalist from the live video stream that's up on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. Go to either one. Click the like button. Put the corn emoji in there for corn because they're playing at Sonic. And then maybe, just maybe, Lauren will pick you at the end of the show randomly and make you a finalist as well. So What are you doing? Go over there right now. Also, coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, it's a Your Call Wednesday. Your requests from 8 to 9. Feel free to start sending them in now. And Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame going to be joining us like he does every Wednesday at 8:30. Looking forward to talking to that. Text messages. I was born in the 70s where we hit it and quit it. The 70s were a crazy time. Tom
70s.
Jones was playing.
70s, and it was like more open, but I feel like the 50s also was a hit it and quit it kind of period too.
The 50s?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like the Mad Men era when all the executive men were having like affairs with their secretaries.
Oh, yeah. That was
Scandal.
it's a great time in America.
Scandal.
Yeah, everyone. You're right. And everyone was doing it.
I know.
And you couldn't get caught.
No.
There was no cell phone. There was no internet.
Nope. I mean, they'd literally have to walk in on it.
Yeah, you'd have to like stop at work unannounced, go in there and be like, aha. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we don't have. Oh, there we go.
What are you looking for?
Some Tom Jones.
Oh, it's not a huge. Nice.
Talking about the 70s. Kiss was big in the 70s. So many other bands I can't think of right now because I didn't live in the 70s.
This is the Carlton song, right?
This is the original one that got Carlton dancing. I think that's why the cake knives are plastic now, Lauren. Thanks a lot.
They're not plastic anymore.
Anyway, I don't know how you guys are asking people out these days. I don't think it's in person.
I really hope and pray for many, many reasons that I never have to worry about that. But I do not envy this generation in trying to meet someone seriously and start a family.
Let me ask you this, though, and we only have a couple minutes. Please don't let me go more than a couple minutes, both of you, even though I know you both
All right, I'm
will.
watching. I'm watching right now. You're on the clock. You better start talking.
Do you think, I don't think it's going to change back.
Everything comes back around, Christian.
With technology?
Yeah. Not technology.
Yeah, realize in the future, guys and girls are going to be dating AI robots.
It's just gross. We've already talked about that.
I'm just saying.
It's a complete mind mess up.
I know things come back around. Sure, bell bottoms come back around, but like, I don't think asking people out in person is going to
chivalry. You don't think chivalry will make a return?
No, I think aspects of chivalry can come back. I don't see a generation getting back to like, hello, my name's Carl, and I'd like to take you to the sock off. You know what I mean? Like that's not going to happen.
Sock offs probably aren't going to come back around, but
it could, but I just don't think it's going to change. I think it's only going to get less personable. You know what I mean?
It's a shame. I mean, I know that this isn't a blanket statement. I think some parents have talked to their kids about how to approach people and work with people. But for the ones who've allowed technology to somewhat raise them, it's going to be tough.
Someone said, Christian, even an AI robot will reject me. No, it won't, because you can program it. I mean, all right, you're going to laugh at it, but if you could program a man or a woman to be as compatible with you as you wanted,
it's gross.
I get it.
And that woman that we talked about that knew that her boyfriend had an AI girlfriend, she's equally as messed up.
I know, but it's going to happen. Dinosaurs are going to happen. People dating AI robot humanoid is going to happen.
I'm glad that that'll probably be around before.
We'll be old, but we'll see it.
You think?
We'll be old.
So our grandchildren will be participating.
Yes, there's absolutely a chance. Jake, do you agree?
Yeah.
Grandchildren? Absolutely, there's a chance one of your grandchildren could be with a robot. Chance. You can't say it's no chance. You can't be a Vince McMahon and go, no chance.
I can't say that there's no chance, but I would like to think that we've raised our children to the point where they're going to pass on the way we've raised them to their children.
I'll leave you with this. Your grandchild could end up one day living in a house with his robot girlfriend and a dinosaur in the backyard.
I got it.
Your Call Wednesday coming up next. It's Lincoln Park breaking the habit. Let's do shrooms. It's Q92. 8:07 right here on today's Hit Music Q92. We are back, and it's the 8 o'clock hour of the Q92 Morning Show. 330-450-9292. The phone number, the text line, 330-269-9292. Great to have you guys with us. Thank you if you're listening on your radio. If you're streaming from our website, Q92radio.com, where you can listen to the station 24/7, thank you. If you're watching on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, or X pages, thank you as well. We appreciate you guys having us on Q92 Radio on Facebook and YouTube at Q92 on X. Follow, like, subscribe. We'd love if you did all three, as a matter of fact. Coming up this hour, Q to call again for 4-day passes to Sonic Temple. We're getting another finalist May 8th through 11th at Crew Stadium in Columbus. Listen for the Q to call. It's coming up later on this hour. Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame going to join us at 8:30 like he always does. And, of course, it is a Wednesday. So that means, of course, guess what, kids? Your call Wednesday. Your requests, I already see a bunch coming in. We'll try to get to as many as we can this morning. Thank you for having us on. It's the Killers. First one to kick it off from the text line is Mr. Brightside. It's Q92. It's 8:08.
I mentioned off air that I had taken a trip to Hardee's at the Love's Truck Stop in North Canton, and it was my first time going there.
Trip to Hardee's.
Well,
you went to Hardee's.
Well, it is a trip.
I don't think you packed the luggage.
It feels like it. I felt like we were on vacation. I turned around and looked at my son.
Pack up the car, kids.
I feel
Hardee's.
like we're like on vacation and we're doing a road stop. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Anyhow, as I'm sitting there, they're like, "Number 47, your shower is ready." And I was like, my head just turned around really slowly, and I looked at my son, and he's like, his eyes are real big. We had never been in a truck stop that was announcing showers. So my question originally was, and I say originally because Jake said something that made me raise another more important question. But my original question was, like, how do they clean those in between? Like, I know in shower houses, like when we camp, they come in every 4 hours and they completely sanitize everything. So, like, is it the same for?
They do.
No, you see them do it. Like, they close the whole bathroom.
At campsites?
Yes. So I know that it's like clean. Plus, you always wear shower shoes. Like, you never stand on the floor. That's disgusting. But anyhow, we have a shower in our camper.
Oh, I believe you.
So we can shower.
Camper money, everybody, along with horse money.
No, stop it.
Okay.
But Jake said something, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've used those showers." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Just for fun."
No! Wait.
Why is that funny or surprising to you?
First of all, what do you mean, why surprise me? What in the blue hell would you be doing taking a random shower in a gas station for fun?
Because there's a pilot by my grandma's house, and it's been there for years. And it's been a running joke in my family for the last several years. Jake, when are you going to go take a shower at the pilot? So last year, I just decided, hey, I'm going to go take a shower at the pilot. So I did. I packed a bag. I got my shower shoes. I did my research, and I walked up to the counter. I said, "One shower, please." And I took a shower, and it was actually pretty nice. I'd do it again. It was clean. The shower was hot. You get like an hour.
Where do you shower? Like in the wilderness? Like, what do you you have hot water at
but
home?
It's not like you think of a truck stop as like this disgusting shower. It was not. It was pretty clean. It was a nice shower.
Well,
it was
I'm
a big
glad to
room.
hear that for all of our truckers. I'm glad they have a clean place to shower.
Did you tell your family you're doing that? Or you just do this?
I just did it, and then we have a family Snapchat story, so I recorded the whole thing and made
Wait!
What?
No! You recorded yourself in the shower for your family?
Do you still have these snaps? Please tell me you saved these snaps.
You need to not say these things out loud before.
Okay, on the next break, we're going to have him dig out at least one snap of him in a truck stop shower.
I'm good. So your family dared you for years, as most families do, to take a shower at a truck stop.
Yeah.
You not only said, "Oh, yeah, I'll do it."
You took it to another level.
Without even telling them so they could laugh, and you recorded it.
Yeah, just like some parts, you know.
Which parts, Jake?
You know, like walking in. I did like a whole tour of the room, like my layout.
See this.
And then I did I was shampooing my hair, talking about I forget what, but I was describing. It was an experience.
Of course. I think it's kind of fun.
No. Climbing Mount Everest is an experience. Taking a shower at Pilot, that means you're either hiding a crime. What do you? Like, who?
I've just always been
Who?
curious.
Oh, what is happening? What an interesting man you are.
Thank you.
Text message, Jake, why? Why? Someone wants to know on the text line.
Just to say that I did it.
They clean the showers after every person at those truck stops.
Okay, so that was what I was that's literally how it started.
I do know it took a while because it was busy. They're always busy. There's always people taking showers.
I used to
I know. I heard numbers being called like it was bingo.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to shower at truck stops all the time. Just wear flip-flops so your feet don't get fungus, LOL. But it's clean. When you live in a truck for months, truck stop hot showers feel amazing. Right, but Jake doesn't drive a truck.
right.
He just went from his house there where he had a shower.
Right. He left his home shower for a truck stop shower.
Text message, I had to pull over. What is going on here? Someone said on the text line. I don't know.
You guys, I couldn't let this one slide. Sometimes I'll say something to Christian. I'll be like, you need to da-da-da. And then he'll completely ignore me and we don't circle back on it. But this one, I could not let go, Christian. I'm sorry.
Only the younger generation does this and records it.
This is gold. Jake, are you willing to show us a video on the live stream?
Sure.
If you can find it.
I have
wanna
no
see
shame.
it. I want to see what they look like inside.
Man, that's
But I'm glad that they have a place when they're away from home to get a warm shower and get clean. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right?
Yeah. For truck drivers.
I just was curious because I'd never been
A traveler of the country, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jake,
A local citizen.
this is around the corner from Grandma's house.
Were they looking at you like what?
Yeah, because I would try to use the app because there's an app and you can schedule the showers on the app. But you have to register yourself on the app as a truck driver to use the showers.
Okay, second question though. Do they charge you?
Yeah.
How much?
It was like $14.
$7 to scrub your ass.
It was
You said 14.
It was either 7. I think it was. I don't know how much it was, but it was more than 7. I want to say 14.
But you could have showered at home for free.
Yeah, it was an experience. I wanted to do it for one time.
Okay. All right.
Hey, dream big. Your Call Wednesday. Rich Desrosiers coming up as well. And a finalist, of course, the 4-day passes to Sonic Temple. It's all on the way this hour. We'll get back to... I am so mad right now.
Why?
Someone requested Enya, Return of Innocence.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have it.
That's the...
We don't have it.
Get out.
We have 2 Enya songs. Now, they're both bangers. Only Time, and of course, Orinoco Flow. Sail away. How do we not have it? I realize you and I haven't been here the entire time this station has been around.
Oh, no.
But I'm convinced this station was around in the 80s or early 90s.
I know that to be true, yeah.
And I also know what a hit Return of Innocence was.
Yeah.
Now, to this day, I'll walk around and do that.
I mean, you even see it on TikToks and stuff.
I'm going to write my congressman.
I think you should.
Would you settle for Orinoco Flow? Text back. But fantastic request. That's what I'm talking about. The ones that you read and you're like, oh my God, I forgot about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, I love Can't Touch This. I love Return of the Mac. Just like the next person. I love Ice Ice Baby. But there are so many absolute bangers that we forget about until someone brings them back up and you go, oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when we brought up a couple weeks ago, King of Wishful Thinking. Or Waiting for a Star to Fall.
No, I want to hear those songs. Why you
Because we
gotta
already
do
did
that?
them.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, but you do the same thing. No, it's repetitive. This is our chance for bangers. Bangers.
I want to hear some Eric Carmen. I'm in the mood for that.
I believe you. Turn the radio up. That's a
Oh, that sweet
Good God.
sound. Oh,
I think
yeah.
we did that one day too. We did that. I'm pretty sure we did that. Good Lord. That is fantastic. Hey, I saw a Chicago microbiologist tested the 5-second rule to find out if there really is a 5-second rule.
Okay.
Yes. Here's what you found out. It doesn't matter how long or how short your food has bacteria.
I'm so glad he conducted a study.
Yes. Yeah, every single dish, including the one that touched the floor for 0 seconds, how is that possible, showed microbial growth. Debunking the idea that food is safe if picked up quickly. He also found similar levels of bacteria at 5 seconds and 1 minute, concluding that whether it's 5 seconds or 60, your food now has bacteria on it. Every single dish. There was nothing.
Well, they tell you there's germs literally on everything, but here's the thing.
There's
they say
germs on it when it comes to you, though.
They say microbial growth, but not all microbes are bad for you. Did you know that if you overuse or abuse hand sanitizer, you can actually kill good bacteria that needs to be on your skin?
Yes, you can.
For
Yes,
a
you
good
can.
flora.
You absolutely can. You got to build your immune system.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I call just BS on this whole thing because he's not telling us whether it's good or bad bacteria that he's finding on him. Of course you're going to find microbes. Are you kidding? That's just science. You
Less
have them
than a
on your
second.
skin. You think the minute you step out of your shower.
Well, and we've talked about this in the show a million times, too. There's poop on everything.
Okay, I don't know about everything.
On that microphone you're talking in?
There's not poop on my microphone.
Particles?
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
No.
Doorknobs? Yes.
Why? Why?
Because we
would there-
fart in here.
I do. I do.
Hold on a second. Just because you break wind in the studio, that means there's
There's
fecal
got to be.
particles
There's
on my
got.
mic.
There's got to be.
There are so many studies on this.
You have pants on, Jake.
It doesn't matter.
It's a gas.
Yeah.
It escapes.
Exactly. So where are the particles that are getting on my mic coming through your shorts?
They're floating in the air. They're particles. We're not. It's not. I'm not talking about like turds.
Erica's through pants.
Air. I'm talking about physical particles where there would be fecal matter
people
on
that go
my
to the
mic.
bathroom here, anywhere, not just here, anywhere. You touch a door handle. You touch the table. You touch this keyboard. Particles. This mouse. Particles.
I don't think it's quite.
Your mic that you're talking in right now. Particles.
I believe it.
Yeah. Particles. I mean, I get it. It's not fun to think about. My iPhone. Particles.
Well, then that's a work hazard. We need to talk to Johnny.
Particles.
It's not true, though. That's not.
It
no,
is.
No.
It is true. Here's another one. I love our Google
Our
searcher.
clip today better be of you going, boy, fart in here.
On everything. Let's see here. In fact, every door handle, TV remote, keyboard, lift button, bus handrail, and car seat has detectable amounts of either your poo or someone else's.
It doesn't say Mike.
Yeah, but why would it be any different?
It's not.
It's not.
She just doesn't
because we do pass gas in this room occasionally, and it would just happen to be that way.
Popular Science. Here's an article from 2018. Grant you, not yesterday. You cannot escape poop bacteria is the title. And this is from Popular Science.
Oh, I
that's
like
science
Popular
that's
Science.
popular.
No. That's actually a really good magazine. I used to buy media in that magazine.
So there you go. I don't know what to tell you. It's gross to think about, but it's true. It's very true. Just something to think about as you guys go about your days.
Oh, hold on.
I think you guys need to come in and have someone take samples of the particles, LOL.
Hold on a second. I just am able to debunk what you guys said about the whole tooting in the studio. It says, no, generally there are no fecal particles in farts. Farts or flatulence are primarily composed of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and methane. While some gases have an odor, they're not fecal particles.
Not the way I do it.
It depends. There's other factors.
What are you guys crapping your pants in here with me?
Does Lauren think particles are bigger than air? That's part of how they travel.
I got that. I literally just proved you guys wrong, though. That it's
About the
scientific
farting?
that when you... Yes. Because you're saying that's how it gets on my mic.
I didn't say that. He said that. I didn't say that.
That was a guess. I don't know how it. If it's.
Oh,
if that's
now
not,
it's a guess.
If that's not the answer, well, they're on there. I just if farty's not the answer, I don't know what is, but they're still on there.
When you flush the toilet, it says on the text line, when you flush the toilet, you should close the lid.
Yes.
They did a blacklight study, and the particles shoot straight up.
Yeah, they do. I do know that.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Particles.
that's like, it's right there. You're at the source.
Did Lauren not take science class? LOL. Particles are very, very small.
I get that.
I know. She thinks there's like brown little turds on everything.
Okay, so you listeners listening right now, you really think walking around all day long, you just got poo particles swirling around in the universe all around your head. Everything you touch, everything you come in contact with. All I'm saying is I don't think.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Yes.
I can't get on board.
Well, you don't trust your doctor, so that doesn't surprise me.
Well, that's true too. But it was one
I'm sorry.
diagnosis, and I told you that I started to believe him after
You
things
wouldn't
started
even take.
changing.
You wouldn't even take the medicine he prescribed.
I did. I've got 1 day left.
2
Tomorrow's
days
my last
later,
day.
because you didn't believe he was telling you the truth.
1 day later.
Oh, good Lord. Girl believes Google over her doctor. It's not good. That's not a good theory. And you're getting better now.
I am.
See? Isn't it great?
Yeah, and I got 1 day left of the medicine. So yeah, it was so mind-blowing that that's what he said it was.
People don't wash their hands, text line. So yes, there's poop everywhere.
Well, that's not necessarily, not all people, but yeah, I get your point.
It's everywhere. Wave your hand around right now in the air. Wave it around.
Oh my gosh.
You just touched poop. It's PM Dawn. I'd die without you. It's Q92. You did. I was like, I'm going to wash my car in and out, then come back and do the yard. Got to cut the grass now. Both neighbors did. Clock's ticking. There's nothing you can do when the neighbors cut your grass. You
have
what are
24 hours
you
to
have 24
respond.
hours. And they both cut it. And I was like, you sons of... Okay.
At least they did it now and not Saturday.
So, fair. So I drove up to the car wash, which is only about a 5-minute drive from my house. Got there, ready to go. Realized I didn't have my wallet.
Oh, that sucks.
Had to drive back.
Yeah.
Then go wash the car. In vacuuming the car, I am a disgusting human. The things that I vacuumed out of my car. But the worst thing I found, and I don't know if you guys have ever found something gross in your cars. I don't know when this happened.
I mean, like petrified French fries, yeah.
And I think everyone has McDonald's fries somewhere underneath their
Somewhere
seat.
where
Yeah.
they're hard as a rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yet still look like the day you bought them.
That's fair.
I found underneath my driver's seat, so it was me. All right. A section like this big of a Big Cat Kit Kat bar.
Ew. How did that one slip through your fingers?
Don't know.
Think about it.
I love a Kit Kat. That
I
would
would have
mean,
been so mad. I would be like, dang it, I just dropped a huge chunk of chocolate.
if you're familiar with the Big Cat, it's like a stick, like a candy bar.
Yeah.
And it's thick, and it's in like 4 like Kit Kat squares, but it's a straight line.
Yeah.
So that means I didn't even eat a full Big Cat Kit Kat, dropped it, and was oblivious.
And you were like, okay.
It was melted
Oh, God.
to the underneath my seat. So not only did I have to get a napkin to pull it out, I then had to get a wet paper towel, use a water bottle that I also found under my seat, never opened, and wet it to clean that area. I had a damn Kit Kat open underneath my passenger seat, melted. It's your boy.
Yeah.
That will tell you that car inside is as clean as it's been in about a year.
Well, that's good.
Wiped everything off. It's clean. Then I went and mowed the grass. I was mowing grass from around 5:30 till about 8. I mean, I stopped coming at dinner.
Dang.
Our backyard's pretty massive. The front yard is tiny. The backyard, because it's a pond.
I mean, what are we talking about acreage wise? I mean,
I have no idea.
We have about 3/4 of an acre.
I couldn't tell you what I got. I just know it pies.
Okay.
And the wideness in the backyard's very wide.
Do you milk it because you enjoy it? Just be honest, because I think sometimes
No,
men do.
I do, but not yesterday because I was losing daylight.
Okay.
And by the end, I was pretty much mowing in almost darkness.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my day yesterday. I found out I had a really gross Kit Kat. It was gross.
My day yesterday was making
It was
dinner
gross.
and then taking my son out to practice driving. And I took him on a main road for the first time. I think he was equally as petrified as I was. But he handled it well. He handled it like a champ. He even turned out into the second lane. Like, we did it. We survived.
That's all you could do. He'll be fine. He'll be driving before you know
He
it.
will, but have you ever noticed, like, well, you probably did. Did the not daughter have her license when you met?
No, I drove with her when it took the permit.
So when you were doing that was my point. Like, I was trying to get to that. When you were doing that, do you realize that, like, your voice, like, comes out of your body and you can't even control it, and, like, in pitches that you've never heard before? Not that it was doing that bad. Like, it's because I was so afraid.
She was fine driving at first. She would take some sharp ass turns.
See, it's the
And I'd
smoothing
be
out
like,
of the turn.
Jesus, I think I would just say.
Listen, he's doing really well. When I taught my daughter to drive, who is an excellent driver now, like, she's very cautious. It's all the things you want to see as a parent. She hugged the curb, and I was convinced we were going to lose my side mirror when I was teaching her. Now, she's obviously been driving for a while now, so she's fine at centering up. But he started with those tendencies again last night. I'm like, oh God, I'm not doing this again. Because you're riding on that side. So you're like, you see it coming.
Good morning, Canton. It's Christian and Lauren on Q92.
.35 right here on today's Hit Music, Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on your radio, streaming at Q92radio.com, our website where you can listen 24/7 to this radio station. Of course, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. 330-450-9292 is the phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. Coming up later on this hour, hitting that cue to call to get another finalist for those 4-day passes to Sonic Temple at historic Crew Stadium in Columbus. Metallica closing out 2 of the 4 nights. Korn and Linkin Park closing out the other 2. So many other amazing bands going to be there. Again, if you want a chance of being our stream finalist, head over right now, click the like button in the comments section, put the Korn emoji since Korn's performing at Sonic Temple. So go do that now. What are you waiting for? Go over, click the like button on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, or X. Does not matter which one you go to. Make sure you go do it. Like, Korn emoji. Lauren will randomly select one of you at the end of the show and make you a finalist. And if it is Wednesday and it's 8:36, we want you to go over to that live video feed as well because it's Wednesday. So Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame is joining us like he does every Wednesday and talk Hall of Fame and who knows what else. Rich, good morning. How are you today?
I am.
Fair enough. I think we all are in this weather these last couple of days. Been
It's
pretty.
all right.
You like it?
It beats snow.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, but
glass half
yesterday.
full. Glass half full.
That's true. Yesterday,
go.
I was literally passing the Hall of Fame, actually, when it happened. It started like ice, just started pelting my car from the sky. I mean, like, and it was coming down aggressively.
Yes, it was.
It was windy yesterday.
Yes.
It's very windy, sideways wind. Yeah, driving by seeing that construction on your building there, Rich. You guys, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. The Hall of Fame's got not only going on, but coming in the future.
We do. And, just a few minutes ago, we had a big announcement that Novartis, which is a large healthcare company, is going to be the presenting sponsor for Enshrinement Week. So you'll start to hear that a lot now from the Pro Football Hall of Fame and others to say Enshrinement Week presented by Novartis. And one of the reasons we're really excited about this, listen, there's a couple reasons I'm excited. One is their world headquarters is in Switzerland, and I'm talking to people. I think there needs to be a road trip involved, but we might get there eventually.
There you go.
They signed an agreement about 3 weeks ago with the NFL to be the first. Really, the NFL has not gone into this space before because there hasn't been somebody that they thought reflected the values, of the league, and we share a lot of those same values. And it was the same thing with us. So, while they were talking to the league, they were talking to us, and while they were talking to the league, one of the things they told the league was how impressed they were by the values of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And so when they signed their deal with the league, two of the things that were part of that was that they would present the Hall of Fame game, which was something that the league could add to the deal because it is the league's game, even though it's played here. And they would present future Hall of Fame classes. And so knowing how strongly they felt about us, how positively they felt about us, and how our values aligned, if you want to call it a side deal or a secondary deal now with us to present Enshrinement Week. So there'll be a lot of health screenings, a lot of information distributed. The NFL does Crucial Catch, which talks about early cancer detection, because the best way to beat cancer is to not get it in the first place by taking care of yourself, eating right, and things like that. But even people who do those things to the best of their ability, unfortunately, many of us are going to find ourselves with a cancer diagnosis. But the next most important thing is catching it early. So there'll be a lot of education, a lot of health screening activations around this campus. and in places where Hall of Famers live. So you'll see some Hall of Famers kind of become spokespersons for Novartis and encouraging people, especially at the age that a lot of our Hall of Famers are, men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, go out, get screened.
Yes, that's a great partnership, and really cool to hear you tell how it's not something they just wanted to just slap their name on and walk away, and that's it, that they wanted to be involved and with these Hall of Famers, like you said, with health screenings like that. And it sounds like it's going to bring some really cool things for people here to take advantage of as well, not to mention the Hall of Famers. But that's really cool because, like I said, sometimes these companies, and I get it, you're sponsoring, you want your name, your brand out there, but they slap their name on, give you the, whatever, and they walk away. But that's not what they want to do at all. They want to be part of this. They want to be part of the community. They want to be part of everything.
Exactly. And we see it sometimes here. People think that we are joined at the hip with the NFL, or that we are, that we're actually part of the NFL, even though we're independent of them. But I certainly understand it. If you want to be involved with the NFL at a corporate sponsor partner level, there's a lot of zeros in that number. You can shave off a couple of zeros and be a partner with the Pro Football Hall of Fame or other entities that are kind of on the periphery of the NFL. So what we see a lot, and some other organizations that are in our position of being, kind of related to the NFL, is a lot of people come to entities like us to be partners because really what they want to do is hook onto the NFL or hook onto professional football because they know the passion that fans have for it. They know that fans pay attention to things that we are doing, or other organizations like us that aren't the big NFL, and they think they can do it for pennies on the dollar. Well, it requires us then to really pay attention to what their motivation is. Do they want to be, do they want to be in Canton, Ohio? Do they want to be part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Or are they just looking for a backdoor to get to the NFL? And with Novartis, we're 100% confident, especially because it started, with the NFL. They were putting their money where their mouth is. They're going to do some amazing things, and then coming to us and saying, not only do we want to be part of the NFL family, we want to be part of the Hall of Fame family too. So a really positive vibe from all of our meetings with them, and really looking forward to, what that looks like in and around the campus this summer.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about today, and that's because we're broadcasters. So naturally this award, rings loud and clear with us, but the Pete Rozelle Radio Television Award winner has been announced. Let's talk a little bit about that recipient.
Well, what I should say right here, Lauren, for a really cheesy segue is you're looking live. The Q90, you're looking live at the Q92 studio, where Christian Bigglesworth is still waiting for his call to be the Pete Rozelle Radio and Television Award winner.
That's the truth. Yeah. Yeah. And yet no one's called. No one. That's all right. Phone's still on.
Hey, if the phone doesn't ring, if the phone doesn't ring, Christian, it's probably us.
Yes, it is. Well played.
That was good.
A lot of people were surprised, even some of the many people who have called us over the past year or two to advocate for Brent. How in the world has he not already won this award? And it was a fair question, and everything aligned, and the committee that makes the decision this year decided, it is overdue. When Brent came onto the scene of the NFL today, this idea of a pregame informational show to talk about the upcoming games was still a novelty, and Brent and the crew that they put together on CBS took it to an entirely different level. It was the highest rated show in its time slot for 18 years in a row. I think 14 or 15 of those was, with Brent involved. He left towards the tail end of that 18-year streak and went over to a different network and started doing college football. But the award is for continued excellence, it's particularly in professional broadcasting for football. But man, you look at Brent's resume. This man has done everything from Little League World Series up to, college football national championship games, the NFL, on the air, in the studio. He was the radio voice for the Raiders for a period of time. And I think where most people recognize him, if they're not old enough to remember the NFL Today on CBS, then that next long stretch of his career as college football announcer with Dick Vermeil, Hall of Fame coach. And what was a neat thrill for us was we had Dick Vermeil in town last week on his residency, and it was actually Dick that made the phone call to Brent. So just a really, really cool moment to hear Dick Vermeil make that phone call to Brent and announce it to him. So we're just really happy here, and fans of Brent and what he has done and how those panel shows have grown over the years. We'll get to see him this summer.
Yeah, I got to see him. He was on the Dan Patrick show. I think it was last week, and I saw a snippet of it. I mean, to say he was excited and proud and just completely blown away is an understatement. I mean, 85 years old, and he has spent his entire life covering sports.
And still does on a daily basis. Yeah.
I was going to add, I grew up listening to him, a fan of him, loved how he called games, whether it was NFL or college. And you're right, Rich, the guy mastered his craft, not only in television, but he was just as good at radio as television. He mastered both.
You know what? I think the really good ones are the ones that either started or go to radio, and you don't need the screen to know what's going on because they paint such a vivid picture. And Brent certainly fits in that category. I mean, golf, horse racing, right? IndyCar racing, NASCAR racing. If there was a Tiddlywinks contest on television, it was probably Brent that they brought in because he could master any sport. And like you said, Christian, just, you felt like you were right there, even if you didn't have eyes on a screen somewhere. You loved hearing his voice. He just, like you said, you didn't, even whether it was, you could close your eyes, you'd know exactly what's going on, even if it was on television. The talent, well-deserved. Cannot wait. That is absolutely fantastic. And finally, before we let you go, Rich, all those Fighting Irish fans, tomorrow's going to be a big day. We've got a couple big days coming up. We've got Tim Brown and Bryant Young in museum tomorrow. Very excited about that. But equally excited that Alan Page, Canton's own, will be participating virtually from his home state of Minnesota. Alan has been a great friend of the Hall. He just doesn't travel. He's done stuff with our youth and education team. He's done stuff on location near his home in Minnesota, visiting schools on behalf of the Hall, but he doesn't like to travel. And we reached out to him and said, would you be part of this Notre Dame? And he said, absolutely. So thanks to technology, we'll have Alan and then, like I said, on site, Tim and Bryant. If that's not your cup of tea, but the Browns are, don't forget we've got Ozzie Newsome here on Saturday as well. So, all of these are add-ons to just these aren't upsells. You buy a regular admission ticket and you get to see these Hall of Famers as part of those days. Awesome. Ooh, and I want to do before we let you go again, Easter weekend is coming up, and possibly, I don't know, maybe you're looking for a little something to put in the Easter basket, or maybe for someone's favorite NFL team. Might want to swing by that gift shop this week while there's still time before the Easter Bunny gets here. You might, and we're having a little fun with that too. There's some Easter eggs hidden in the gift shop, and if folks uncover the golden egg, they get a special prize. And then I think everybody, as they go to check out, gets to take an egg from the egg basket, and inside is some sort of either extra gift or discount. So everybody wins on Easter weekend. There you go. Well, there you go. Great conversation as always there, Rich. Happy Easter to you and your family.
Yes.
Hope you have a great weekend. And we look forward to talking with you next week. All right, let's do it. All
Thanks,
right.
Rich
Desrosiers, Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's the best. Joins us every week. So much going on at the Hall of Fame.
There really is.
So much going on.
And it's
really
only,
cool things.
you realize, like, we're talking and begging for warmer weather, but warmer temps mean we're about to get on this train that is going to plow right through the entire summer with events that are happening with the Pro Football Hall of Fame and around town. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be here before you know it. And it's going to be an amazing week. I mean, we got the Rick Burnoff. Yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, Hall of Fame week. I mean, it's just it's unbelievable. I love that week in Canton, where all eyes are on Canton, Ohio. We always seem to shine. I always like seeing our town on TV. I'm like, look. It is cool. Yeah, it's like when you see somebody that you know or that you've met, like in a movie or something like that. If you've seen them in really, I've seen that. Yeah. It's the same thing with our hometown. Like, you get so excited.
It is very, very cool. Thank you, Rich, as always.
Call right now and win.
Call now to win your 4-day passes to Sonic Temple, only with Q92.
Okay, you know what else is cool? Making someone a finalist for those 4-day passes to Sonic Temple at Crew Stadium, May 8th through 11th. Again, Metallica headlining 2 of the nights, Korn and Linkin Park the other 2, not to mention the countless number of other amazing bands going to be performing there. You could be there. Become a finalist right now. 330-450-9292. Caller 10. You'll be our latest. It's Q92.
Hey, folks, this is AJ Armour.
A survey or a interview with a Dr. Shazadi Harper, an expert in menopause and hormonal changes affecting libido.
Yeah.
It's been revealed the best time of day to express your love physically.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Do you think morning, afternoon, or night?
Night.
Jake?
Morning.
Jake, the sexpert, is right. It is the morning, apparently.
You got kids. That ain't happening.
Well, it says testosterone levels are high for both men and for women. They're at their highest. Testosterone is the hormone which is predominantly the male hormone that men have, and women have it as well. It is for energy and for alertness, and it causes that sexy feeling, she would say. I would say the morning is a very good time. Testosterone is a hormone produced by the body, and although women produce it, men have far higher levels. So, the best time of the day is right in the morning before you guys start your day. Now, I don't know. Do you brush your teeth first?
No. No, actually, yeah.
If you had to guess, and I want you to summarize expressing your love physically over the years.
Yeah.
What time of day would you say the average is?
3 a.m.
No, I mean like night, afternoon,
Night.
Yeah, 3 a.m. You have to set an alarm for that? Hope you both wake up, because I would.
No.
Do you stay up and wait for 3 a.m. or do you
No.
go to sleep and set, like I said, you set an alarm?
Just an internal clock that
No,
wakes you up.
You don't. Your body doesn't wake you up for that.
I mean, not
It's
every
3
night.
a.m.,
No.
I must be horny. Jake,
Thank God my daughter's off today.
if you had to summarize, would most of your expressed physical love have taken place at night, in the afternoon, or in the morning?
At night.
That's not to say it doesn't happen at night.
I know. I'm just saying, trying to get a gist of. I'm thinking about myself. I guess if I gotta.
You've never woken up and done the whole
I have.
Okay.
I have, like, daily. And she's like, no. But I guess it'll probably be night too. So apparently, we as humans are not doing this correctly. Not the best time.
I feel like morning's really hard because people get up and go to work in the morning. If it's a weekend, and you have kids, littles get up really early.
They do. And again, this is taking nothing as far as things that could, it's just telling you when the best time is for you.
I see.
It is in the morning.
Yeah.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
Clouds during the morning hours giving way to clearing skies for the afternoon. Abundant, cool sunshine, 48 degrees for the high today. Overnight, clear and downright cold, our low 32. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
anything?
She gave me a little teddy bear and then a tea strainer to make like tea because I like to make like a loose leaf tea.
Oh, nice. Okay, so like the ball. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. And I didn't know that about you. Now that I do, I got some thoughts. Okay.
Loose leaf tea?
Yeah.
Oh, loose leaf
What
tea
is
is
that?
amazing. It's literally like loose leaf tea leaves, like that you put in this little like.
It's tea without the tea bags, and it's more like thicker leaves.
Yeah. If you were to cut open a tea bag, it would be what's inside that tea bag, only not as
Ground
finely.
up.
Yeah, not as finely ground up.
Okay. I didn't know you were a tea guy. I never see you with tea in the morning.
I don't drink it in the morning, but
You like a little Earl Grey, little
I don't know.
breakfast tea.
No, I prefer green tea. I had that once and wasn't a fan.
You need to try. They have a loose leaf tea. It's called Sleepy Time. It's like a
Oh, yeah.
light mint, whatever. You're supposed to have it right before bed. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't like tea.
At all?
No.
Like a not iced tea or sweet tea? Or,
No, tastes terrible.
why am I not surprised?
Tastes like someone just screwed up water. I don't know how to explain it. I don't just
It's
like
dumb.
who destroyed this water? Like, you know what I mean? Why haven't we filtered? Put it in the Brita. What's wrong with it?
It sweetens. It's
No.
so sweet.
The taste there's in that, and there's always an aftertaste with tea.
No.
Always an aftertaste. It's just
Will you drink flavored tea like peach tea or
Q92. Hello, who's this?
Kelly.
Kelly, where are you calling from?
Dover.
All right, Kelly, you're caller number 10. You're now a finalist.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Kelly. You're in the running. You could be headed to Sonic Temple for 4 days to take in some of the biggest and the best bands at the historic Pro Stadium in Columbus. Tell everybody your favorite station, making you a finalist.
Q92.
There you go, Kelly. You are now a finalist. We got one more to get. And if you want a chance to be that finalist, you need to get your butt over to our live video feed on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Click the like button. Put the corn emoji in the comments section at the end of the next hour. Lauren's going to randomly select one of you and make you a finalist as well. Go do it now, right now, to celebrate the fact that we're getting finalists and sending someone to Sonic Temple. Why not play the band that is headlining 2 of the 4 nights? That's Metallica's Enter Sandman. It's 8:58. It's Q92. Good morning. Car. The texts have come in. Let's read some of them. Grossest thing you found in your car when cleaning it. Text: my socks my teenage son wore to basketball practice. Puking emoji. That would be that bad.
You'd have to yeah, it can be. That's called right in the trash.
I had a pumpkin explode in my car. After weeks of cleaning it, I finally found a small piece tucked up under my driver's seat. It took months to get the smell out. Girls love. Oh, someone found a used rubber.
Oh.
That is very gross, whether it was yours or not. Yeah. That beats the Kit Kats. We had leftovers from BW3 chicken wings. How long were those in your car? Puking emoji.
Oh, I forgot. We did have a thing of chicken salad from Fisher's like way back. It must have fallen out of the bag in the back of the car and nobody noticed it. And all of a sudden, my car just started smelling so bad. And then finally, my husband was like, could this be it? I mean, it was sealed, so it wasn't like it got all over the place.
Like, I don't know.
It stunk.
Going back to not daughter and maybe driving to Akron. Whatever car you get, not daughter, make sure it can handle potholes. I moved to Akron 9 years ago and have had to replace my tires and shocks 3 times already. Well, and there's that Akron freeway project that will never end. An old fast food bag I threw in the back that had half a sandwich in for a couple months. I was wondering why my car stank, and an old milk jug that I drank, and I'd never let my car get dirty, but I just forgot it. Yeah, that'll do it. That would do it. I found pickle slices from a dropped Chick-fil-A sandwich months later in my car. Ugh. Blue Steel guy checking in when I was in college. I let a roommate borrow my car. A week later, I was cleaning it, found a used condom under the passenger seat.
So nasty.
Why would you throw it on the bottom of the... It's not even your car.
Well, not only that, when you get done, you're like, ugh. You just let it like...
That was
dip.
fun. Touchdown.
What are you doing?
You spiking the football? What are you doing? Christ.
That's super nasty.
Not even your car. Grossest thing found in my car, container of fishing bait weeks after fishing.
That'd be gross.
It got pushed under the seat. We could smell something nasty. We could not figure out where it was coming from. Whew. Text message, couldn't figure out where the smell was coming from. Turns out my husband left a container of leftover spaghetti from lunch in the trunk. Rotten ground beef is raunchy. Crying, laughing emoji. My friend, when hooking up with a guy, that guy found a condom from another hookup that was not with him. Oh.
I've got some news for you.
WDJQ Canton, Massillon, New Philly. Broadcasting live and worldwide at Q92radio.com with a Jordan Miller news update.
A Canton mother will spend up to 19 and a half years in prison for the starvation death of her 11-month-old son. Taisha Singleton pleaded guilty yesterday to manslaughter and child endangering as part of a plea deal. Her son, Royal Rush, weighed just over 10 pounds when he died in June. Prosecutors said Singleton failed to get medical help or feed him properly. The baby's father, Eric Rush, faces murder and weapons charges and is set to go to trial next week after rejecting the same plea deal. Some news out of West Branch this morning. Walt DeShields is set to be recommended to return as head coach of the girls basketball team next year, according to the school board's meeting agenda. The board meets tonight at 5:30 in the West Branch Auditorium. This comes after the district previously said there were concerns raised about DeShields' behavior and it would be best to find a new coach. However, no formal complaints have been produced by the school. A Kentucky school bus driver is going viral for a simple act of kindness that made a big impact. Larry Ferris Jr. noticed that one of his young riders, Levi, was upset that he didn't have pajamas for pajama day. After his morning routes, Ferris bought 2 pairs of PJs and surprised Levi at school. The first grader said that he did a happy cry. Ferris, known as Mr. Larry, has driven buses for 7 years and says that it's his passion. His story has since touched hearts across the country after going viral on social media. With your latest Q92 news, I'm Jordan Miller.
I was not a very bright teenager, so I did a lot of questionable things when it came to online dating. I'm surprised I'm alive.
I'm glad. I mean, hindsight is 2020.
I will say I always drove separately. Bring money with you for dinner, so there's no, well, I paid for dinner, so you owe me. Pick a place close to your home. Always send a picture of the guy to my friends. Be aware of your surroundings and body language. If something feels off, trust your gut. Leave. I have a code word with my mom. If I felt uncomfortable or unsafe in a situation, I would send my mom the code, and she would text me back with an excuse why I needed to come home. Well, dating sounds awesome. I've had a few bad first dates, LOL. One stands out, LOL. I met this girl out in her neck of the woods. OMG, was it a nightmare. She got hammered, started yelling at everyone, and was just acting a fool. Thank God she ran into a girlfriend, and I left, LOL. I knew she was in good hands, and I wasn't dealing with that, especially on a first date. I'm good.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Right here on today's hit music. It is Q92, and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 9 o'clock hour of the Q92 Morning Show. Here on Q92, streaming at Q92radio.com and live video on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Good morning. How are you? Thanks for being with us. Coming up this hour, don't forget, at the end of the hour, getting one more finalist for Sonic Temple. You got to get over to the live video feed. Click the like button. In the comments section, put the corn emoji since Corn's performing at Sonic Temple. Go over there and do that right now while you wait. At the end of this hour, Lauren's going to pick one of you randomly and make you a finalist for this amazing contest. 330-450-9292 is our phone number, and our text line is 330-269-9292. It is 12 after 9. It's Benson Boone. Sorry, I'm here for someone else on Q.
I'm sorry.
You love it. Text message random. Christian, anyway, we can call Keller and ask if he's seen Bigfoot out there camping. I don't think he's there yet.
Well, and he's not camping. I mean, he's in the woods, yes, but they're in a great big old cabin, like huge.
They're doing it big. They're going to be drinking, grilling, tickling, all kinds of funny stuff.
Christian, they're not going to be tickling each other.
We don't know they're not.
That's weird.
Tickling is
it's not on the table.
No, we don't know that it's
Maybe he and his wife.
I can see him tickling his friends.
Yeah, I can see him tickle.
Well, it's Keller, so that, yeah.
I can see who's got you? Ooh, you know what I mean? Up behind you.
So he would do that, actually.
Yes, I'm telling you, he's a tickler.
He is.
He's a tickler.
I've seen him do it now that you say that.
I'm not a big tickler. I'm not big into tickling people or being tickled.
Oh, my gosh.
I find tickling very odd.
Yeah.
And it's just strange how it goes from funny to uncomfortable so quick. It's just such a quick flip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
Ever see Dane Cook's?
Yeah.
Dane Cook's clip on that?
It does get aggressive fast.
I know people get annoyed by Dane Cook, and but he had that bit about tickling. It was very funny. And he was 100% right. What do you say? He goes, starts out fun, ends horrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Now that I think, anytime I was tickled, like, it was like, they're all right.
Yeah. It's true.
I don't know. Jake, you like being tickled?
No, I do not.
Can't say I blame you. Can't say I blame you. Lauren, tickled?
I don't love it. I don't know the last time I was tickled, though. So my husband would never tickle me because he hates it. Not like my husband. Like my husband,
ticklish.
I can literally like touch his kneecap and he'll.
Yeah, I call that sugar in your knees. Do you have sugar in your knees and you tickle their knee?
I didn't know there was a name for it.
Well, there is if you're in prison. And then, but like I do. My back can be ticklish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that sensitive.
Yeah, my back can be very ticklish. Jake, are you ticklish?
I'm very ticklish. Yeah.
You're very ticklish.
Yep.
Lauren, tickle Jake.
No.
I'll wait.
I am not going to tickle Jake.
I'll wait.
Turn the music up. Not gonna.
All right. What about the AM? You think Sexy Rexy's ticklish or a tickler?
I think he'd punch you if you tried to tickle him. That's my take.
Punch you?
Yeah.
No.
I think he'd be like, don't tickle me.
He's definitely a tickler.
He's a tickler.
No.
Yeah.
He's a tickler.
No. I don't think he is.
Clint is not a tickler.
Definitely not.
And I don't think he's ticklish. He would just look at you like, what are you doing?
That, or he would have like a...
Or you have to pull a microphone out of your ass because
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How did he do that? Is that tickle? No, but kinda.
As it like echoes through the mic.
Oh, stop it! Keep going. I mean, stop it. Anyway, tickling. Rage Room, these effing kids complaining about going back to school when they just had over 2 weeks off. I am dreading summer. That's funny.
I know.
For every mom like Lauren who loves when her kids are home,
I do.
There's moms that want to get out of the damn house right now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Actually, my kid started mocking me last week at the end of the week. He's like, oh, mommy's going to start going, oh, you only have a couple more days left of vacation. I love when you guys are home. Like, he was making fun of me because I do see
What are you going to do when they move out?
I don't know. That's an honest to goodness question. That's why I told Tony, I said, we need to start working on each other. We need to like start finding a hobby or something because otherwise it's really going to sting. We're going to like stand there and stare at each other and be like, no, what do you want to do?
Maybe like do couples like ceramic painting.
I could see Tony being down for that.
We'll get like a sports thing for him. Get like a Browns helmet. He can do a paint a ceramic.
Okay,
Browns
that's going to
helmet.
last us for like 2 weeks. Then what?
Right here in you keep doing other things.
We're gonna have
music. Q92. Christian, Lauren, and Jake here with you, hanging out in the 9 o'clock hour, and hope you guys are having a very little Wednesday morning. Saw a list here on our website today. According to AskMen.com, these are the top 10 drinks that real men don't order. Real men. Talking about chest hair.
How many of them do you order?
Facial hair. Oh, quite a few.
Jake,
we'll
I'm sure orders some as
well.
well.
Yeah. I don't know if Jake will even know any of these, but feel free, Jake, to say if you ever had any of these. But you're not a drinker.
Not really, no.
Even of mixed drinks?
I'll have a mixed drink occasionally, but only like at home, really. I don't like to drink out in public.
Right, not when you're like axe throwing.
Yeah.
Right. So according to AskMen.com, these are the 10 drinks, gentlemen. If we're real men, I'm talking lumberjacks, we don't order. 10, the tequila sunrise. That's tequila, orange juice, and grenadine.
Oh, yeah.
Had that, not a huge fan.
It's a pretty drink.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, any of the citrusy ones float you so easily, like a fuzzy navel or a tequila sunrise or something like that.
Yeah. Jake, ever have one?
I've had that, but not with the tequila. I usually go with vodka.
Of course you do.
Okay.
Because you have a problem. Number 9, Malibu and Diet. That is a Malibu rum and a Diet Coke. If you're a real man, you don't want to drink that.
Hey, you know what? That's not bad at the beach with a Malibu coconut and a diet.
Coconut.
I love it.
I have had. I don't think I've ever had a Malibu Diet. I didn't even think to mix the two.
Maybe you should try it.
Fuzzy Navel. That, of course, is vodka, peach schnapps, and orange juice. Of course, I've had Fuzzy Navels, and I have one.
It doesn't bloat you? Like, I don't know.
No,
It just wreaks havoc on
I
me.
enjoy the fruity drinks.
Because
I
you
really
can't
do.
shoot the whiskey.
No, I really can't. Number 7, the lemon drop. I don't like lemon
the
drops
martini?
at all.
I think it's a martini.
Tuaca, Taka,
Okay.
Grand Marnier,
Grand Marnier.
sugar, and a lemon wedge.
Yeah.
I hate lemon, so the lemon drop.
Oh, see, I love a lemon drop martini.
Get it out. Don't want it.
91 had the best lemon drop martini. I haven't had one in a long time.
For 6, the amaretto sour. Sour, not sour. Amaretto, sweet and sour, and maraschino cherry.
Yeah, they're okay.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but not
I
a
don't
fan.
really care for amaretto.
Number 5, I'll die on this hill if this is the same thing. The strawberry margarita. I'm more of a daiquiri.
Well,
That's my
margarita
drink.
you can get
the
on the
strawberry
rocks.
daiquiri is my drink.
Yeah, with some whipped cream too.
With
Don't
whipped
you
cream
worry,
on the
guys.
top. I want a mustache. Let's go.
And so does Jake. They would stand right next to
You
each
like
other.
strawberry?
Yeah, I love them.
Aren't they great?
They're
He
fantastic.
loves the fruit. If he's gonna drink, it's gonna be a fruity drink.
It
I
has to be.
love the strawberry. Oh, it's so good. I could sit there and drink those. Let's get that blender going. Let's go. Number 4, the wine spritzer.
That's good.
Cheap wine and soda water, often garnished with fruit.
Yeah.
Nah, not a fan. Nah. Someone said any Alka-Pop. This includes Bottled Delights, Smirnoff, Two Dogs, Hooper's Hooch, Zima, and Mike's Hard Lemonade.
All those make my stomach hurt. They're too sweet.
Never was a fan of Smirnoff. Zimas, I had a little Zima phase back in college.
I did too. We used to drop Skittles into it and stuff, but that was before I became an adult and like really started liking grown-up drinks.
With me not liking lemon, Mike's Hard Lemonade obviously was not something I was partaking in back in the day.
If I'm going to drink anything from the gas station like that, it's going to be a twisted tea probably by the pool.
Gotcha. For Four Loko.
Yeah.
I came out in my drinking years.
Like start with a Twisted Tea. I cannot continue to drink Twisted. To me, they're too sweet. But like one over ice, like the peach one is really good. And then you switch to beer.
Number 2 on the list is the Apple Teeny.
Yeah.
An Apple Teeny vodka and apple puckers. This drink breaks 2 of the cardinal rules of manly drinks. Always avoid fruity, sweet flavors and glow-in-the-dark flavors.
This was like 20 years ago. We had an incident with Apple Teeny or with Apple Pucker. Like to the end that we woke up the next morning and the Apple Pucker bottle was like stuck to our coffee table.
Oh.
I was,
You said stuck. I didn't know where you're
never
going.
again.
Yeah. Not a huge fan of Apple Teenies. Fun to say, though. I'll have an Apple Teeny.
Yeah.
And number 1, apparently, manly men do not order the Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Vodka, triple sec, cranberry, and lime juice. A Cosmo.
Yeah, I get that. I've had them. I don't love them. I mean, I like martinis. I just don't like Cosmopolitans that much.
Would it make you look at someone a little sideways if they ordered any of these drinks as a man?
If I'm out with a dude, like...
And I got a daiquiri, you're going to have a problem with that?
No, I just laugh because it's you. I'm just like, I don't have a problem with it.
We're like,
enjoy your drink.
Let's get nuts. Oh, man.
Brain freeze.
Where's what after this? Excuse me. Oh. Like, I'm all about it. Let's do it. Let's do it. First of all, I think I'm going to put you at ease if I'm drinking daiquiris.
Well, yeah, because I know you're driving
You're
home
like,
because there's
okay.
nothing in them.
You're like, all right. I know 2 things. I know that this man's probably not a threat. And that he might not like women.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? But no, it's like, okay.
I've
never heard of the daiquiri killer.
Jamie and I both like whiskey. And I thought you had gotten into drinking some whiskey drinks with her, no?
She's more into bourbon.
Well, either way, okay.
Yeah, she's
Same
more
category,
she's a
though.
bourbon girl.
Right.
I've gotten more into it with her a little bit. You try to adapt, and obviously, she's the man of the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
But and she leads it in all aspects. But no, I still give me just drinking now. I want a beer. I just want a normal ass beer.
Yeah, I'm with you. I honestly,
I don't. I'm not big into all the people that just get a tingle in their dingle for these. You ever hear? I got a new IPA.
See, I do like some IPAs.
Oh,
some of them genuinely.
Indiana
taste good.
Moose Knuckled. Have you ever had it? I'm like, no. I've no. Nice name. Thank you. Can I have a damn Bud Light or Miller Lite, please?
There's some good IPAs out there that
Indiana Top Hat. You want some?
We only get it at certain times of the year. I mean, obviously you have your Oktoberfest beers, your fall beers, and your Christmas beers. But in the summer, there's some good ones. Like Kona Brewing has a longboard IPA that's really good.
Summer Shandy.
Line and Kugels. Yeah, I was gonna say the Shandy line is good.
Mm-hmm. I got friends that love that.
Yeah.
And I know some people love Christmas ale.
Oh, I'll drink Christmas. Give me a Christmas ale in February. Give it to me in July. I mean, I'll drink a Christmas ale anytime. I love Christmas ale.
Nothing wrong with that. Jake, is there a beer you like?
No, I think all beer kind of tastes the same.
Really?
Yeah.
My favorite beer, if it's a Friday night and it's payday or something, I'll be like, get Modelo instead of Miller Lite. I love Modelo.
Modelo.
That's my fancy.
A lot of girls love Modelo.
That's my fancy drinking beer.
Well, they got a good advertising campaign too. Someone text.
I've never been like, oh my God, I love their ad. I'm going to try their beer. I've never done that.
That's the only way I do anything. I'm from a city where the cherries originate, Zadar, Croatia. Well, no kidding.
Wow.
You're pronouncing it wrong. It's maraschino. Oh, is that how it's said? Maraschino. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying Zadar or Zadar, Croatia.
You probably
That's
butchered
awesome.
that. Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, I was also wondering where that bottle was stuck. Yeah, when she started that sentence, I was like, "Oh, where are we going?"
Oh, stop!
We had such a crazy night. The next morning, the bottle was stuck.
I just meant
like
everybody was so stupid. It got spilled everywhere on the coffee table, and literally, I had to pry the bottle off the table. It was so disgusting. I could never look at apple pucker again.
How about espresso martinis?
What is wrong with all of you people?
Someone said espresso martinis. That's not.
I've never had one. My mom loves them though.
Would you stop Tony if he was like, "I'll have an espresso martini"?
No, because it's coffee, and I know he loves coffee. But I also
all right. What if you're out?
He would never order that.
What if he was like, "I'll have an appletini"?
He would never do that. If he did it, I would be like, "What's wrong with you?"
You'd be like,
"No, you're not."
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'd be like, "Do you want me to slip off my heels so you can feel like a woman?" I
feel like a woman. There you go. There's your list. According to Ask Men, which apparently that's what they did. Those are the 10 drinks that are not Manly. You're welcome, everybody. It's Lady Gaga, Abracadabra, Q92. I fed a giraffe at the Columbus Zoo. It's pretty fun. Their tongue will just...
Oh, it's so gross. Their tongues geek me out.
Yeah. Jimmy fed some more sheep and lamb at the Canfield Fair. It was 2 for $5 cups of food. Fun. He really enjoys a good goat.
Well, goats are really cute, especially
the best.
The ones with the blue eyes are adorable. In fact, there's a farm that I pass every single morning, and they turn their goats out with their horses, and it's the cutest thing ever because they play with the horses.
When I pull out of my, that's pretty cool. Actually.
Yes.
When I pull out of my development, there is right across the street on this road is a farm. And sometimes as early as 4:20 in the morning, as I'm pulling out, there are horses or cows right up against the fence. It looks like I'm driving into them. And I was just like, man, they let him out early. That is early to get up and let out your cows and horses.
No.
They're up against that fence.
Yeah.
And I always thought to myself, man, wouldn't it be not cool, but what if one day they all got out and I went outside, it was just cows in my cul-de-sac? That'd
be really bad for the farmer.
That'd be the coolest thing ever. But this is awesome.
For you.
Look at all these cows just hanging out in my cul-de-sac. I like saying cul-de-sac because I feel like I'm getting away with something. But I'm not.
No, you're not.
Words that sound bad, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think cul-de-sac, that's up there. Any other words that, you think they're bad, but they're not?
Doppelganger.
I could see that. Cul-de-sac.
Doppelganger.
Oh, perfect. Jake, can you think of any words that sound dirty, but they're not?
Only the obvious shuttlecock.
Oh, no, shuttlecock is huge.
Isn't that the birdie in Batman or
That's
whatever?
exactly what it's called in badminton. It's called the shuttlecock.
We have to make sure we pronounce.
Minton.
Yeah.
I just remember because I took that in college. I'm like, you mean badminton? It's actually Minton. I'm like, oh, is it? Minton.
Well, it stuck with you.
But it is a shuttlecock.
Yeah.
And that is what it's called. And you got to hit that shuttlecock back and forth. Shuttlecock. Someone said dongle.
Oh, yeah.
Dongle is a word.
Yeah, it is a word.
Sounds like it's kind of, dirty, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not saying anything wrong at all.
No.
What about caulk? Caulking.
Well, that's caulking.
Caulking. No one says caulking.
Well, it's supposed to be.
No one's
there is.
No one walks around and goes, check out the caulk. You say caulking.
No, look at the caulking.
I gotta replace the caulking. Yeah. You need more caulking.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Thursday last week, my alternator died on the highway on my way to work. Repaired it over the weekend, $650 later. Yesterday, my ambient light sensor goes out in my car, causing a temp reading of negative 40 degrees. So my car's computer will not allow the AC to turn on.
Oh my gosh.
Shake my head, and it's 95 out today. Rage room.
Yeah, that'd make me angry.
Good Lord.
I'd be hangry. Get it? Not hungry and angry. I'd be
Boy,
hot and angry.
That is some car trouble right there.
It really is.
That
I'm
is
sorry.
not fun.
No, it sucks.
I have been coaching my son in every sport for years, and the parents are the worst.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down and STFU. You guys can figure that one out for yourself.
Yes.
If you want to coach, then come coach. That's the way I feel. It's to the point I don't even want to coach anymore. I don't blame you.
I'm telling you, they're having a hard time finding officials and also parent volunteers that will give their time to work with these kids. And because these parents are awful.
Yeah, they don't want to donate their free time.
Not only
to
that,
coach, but they want to criticize you and tell you how well they do if they were doing.
Well, and not only that, do you know how many games, basketball, football, whatever it is, I've sat through where the parents just absolutely harass the officials or the umpires or whatever, and it's like, you come do the job. You try and call the game. Like, come on. Those officials that are out, I don't care. Our kid has always been taught, I don't care whether you agree with the call or not. You had better respect the official. If we catch you not, you won't play. Part of playing is respecting your coaches, the coaching staff, your other players, your officials. Come on.
I think you can, but don't be disrespectful. I think you can argue if you don't think the call is
Listen,
right. But don't be disrespectful.
At that age, though, it's up to the coach to argue. If the coach really thought it was unfair, he should be walking up to the official going, hey, I don't think that was blah, blah, blah. But I have literally seen kids scream at officials how bad they suck. Like, to me, it's disgusting.
I would want to do it.
And I would be, I mean, we've seen it, and I've looked right at my son and been like, if that's ever you, I swear to God, you'll never play organized sports ever again. He's like, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to. I'd never ref. I wouldn't even want to coach. I would like to coach, but I wouldn't want to because parents would ruin it.
We had a kid removed from a gym at church, screaming at the official like that. And as he's backing out with his mother, who ganked him from the court because she agreed with him, yelling at the ump, he's flicking everybody off as he's backing out of the gym.
Guns a-blazing, huh?
Yes.
Look at that. Heading out.
That was 2 seasons ago. So this is middle school ball.
It's not even school. It's church league?
Yes. This happened at church league. It was awful. I was like, I could not believe my eyes.
Did not know o'clock stood for something. Did you know that?
I did.
Not me?
Hold on. I just heard this recently, and I was like, really?
It was a TikTok where people found out. Then people fact-checked to see if it was BS. Turns out, according to the Britannica Dictionary, the TikToker was right.
Interesting.
It's guessable. If you're trying to figure out in your head, it's guessable.
Yeah, I saw something. I was like, I never knew it stood for anything, but I don't know if I actually looked to see what it stood for. I don't think I cared that much.
No idea. I just thought it was just what we always said.
What is it?
Of the clock.
Oh, that makes sense.
It is the short version of the clock. So instead of saying, you say 2 o'clock, I guess they used to say, it is 2 of the clock.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
It does. I just never knew there was an actual, the O stood for anything. Take that with you today.
I didn't. Well, and this isn't I had one of those moments too where I found something out a few months ago. And ever since then, I've been preaching the world, trying to share the message. Did you know that the numbers on your toaster are actually minutes? It's not actual grades of doneness.
I learned that, but I grew up not knowing that. Thinking
I was like, what?
It was. I thought it was how dark your toast is going to be.
Yeah,
and how burnt
like,
your toast is
I
going
want it to be like a 2. No, that just means that's how dark it's going to be after 2 minutes.
I still want to know if we're going to go down this rabbit hole. Is the rumor true that the bottom drawer of the oven is to keep food warm?
I mean, I've heard that before.
Because that's just where we put our cookie sheets.
Same.
Yeah.
My cookie sheets are down there.
But is that
and
really
cooling racks.
what that is for? Is what I've.
I mean, it makes sense. It gets warm down there.
I mean, it would be right under the oven, right? It would have to be warm down there. I just wondered if that's truly.
And has anybody actually ever done that? Like,
no. You put your muffin pans, your cookie sheets, and like you said, your cooling racks down there. Crazy. Jake, do you know any of that?
Not the o'clock part. I do about the oven part.
You think it's true?
I think that's what's intended to be used for, but I just don't think that's what we use it for.
Did you know about your toaster?
I don't think so, but it makes sense too.
Yeah.
It does.
I never really thought about that one.
Never thought it had anything to do with time. Never. I thought it was just like, how charred do you want your toast? Level 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. Broken Art right here on today's Hit Music Q92. It is 9:47, and Lauren, last chance they want to be a finalist to go see Sonic Temple.
That's right. Head over to Facebook, YouTube, and X. Find that video live stream where you see Christian, Jake, and I live on your screen. Give it a like. Drop that corn emoji in the comments because, you know, corn's playing at Sonic Temple.
Corn.
You could get to see them there. If you're our very latest finalist, you're in the running. So get over there and get it done. We're moments away from picking.
Do it now. It's Q92. Ask you guys cringe things you've done. Trying to impress someone. I don't care if you go from now all the way back to when you were a kid. Said we do ours. I can tell you right now. One thing I remember doing this was middle school, me.
Yeah.
In my kitchen. I believe I played over the phone from my tape player. Bon Jovi, I'll Be There For You for a girl on the phone.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
No! Just thinking about it makes me want to run away.
I get it.
Just thinking about it.
You know what? That was sweet, Christian, though. How old were you?
It had to be junior high.
Okay, so yeah, you were really young. You were a baby still.
No excuse. No excuse. And that, you don't know how old I am. I held my house phone up to my tape player.
Well, what other option did you have
In case
then?
you want to know how old I am. It was called a house phone, everyone. You had this phone
landline.
A landline. Google that if you want to know how the settlers lived in America. That was probably one of mine that came to mind immediately.
Okay.
I played I'll Be There For You by Bon Jovi on the telephone to a girl I like.
Solid.
What do you think yours is?
So back in high school, the football players would pick somebody every week to wear their jersey.
Ooh.
But like if you wore their jersey, you made them a box. Did you guys have that?
No. We had the cheerleaders made the senior boys like
We did
decorate
that
their
too.
lockers and
Yeah.
get candy. Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the box situation. So the box would be like all their favorite stuff. So it'd be like candy and cookies and brownies.
Okay.
And there was a guy that I really, really liked. So I made him boxes. We never dated. But I wanted to.
Multiple boxes?
I think I did it twice. And then I was like, this is crap.
What'd you put in it?
I baked brownies. I got his favorite candy.
Oh, man, all that effort?
Yeah.
And you
For
thought
really nothing.
You thought the box was going to be the way. Like,
Yeah, I thought
he's
maybe
gonna
it could be
see
the
this,
tipping point. I was hoping.
And he's going to be like, I got to be with this Lauren girl. Look at all these brownies and candies.
Yeah. We were just friends.
Did he even say thank you?
Yeah. He said thank you, but it was like,
anything.
right. It was like, thank you. And then someone else would walk around with his jersey on. Not me.
Oh, man. All right, Jake, what do you got?
I don't think mine counts anymore, but I remember in middle school I DM'd this girl that I liked because we were friends for like a year and then she stopped talking to me completely.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just sent her like a red picture of just like a red screen and I like poured my heart out to her over a DM and I never got a response.
Wait, what do you mean you put a red screen?
Look, you have
Like a red background.
Yeah. Like I think at the time on Instagram you had to put like a picture with it.
Yes.
You couldn't just like send a DM.
Oh, and you like?
And I didn't know what the picture should be, so I just put like a red screen or something.
Yeah.
Like, and then
For love.
Can you find that message?
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't read it.
I think you
since.
might be able to get up your messages in Instagram.
I'll let you look through it, but I don't. I don't.
And you
I remember pouring my heart out to her and like confessing like that I really liked her, but
did she even write back?
Nope.
You got ghosted.
No! No! You know what though? I commend you for going for it.
Thank you.
I commend you for going.
I mean, look at all of us. It all worked out for us.
Hey, yeah, obviously we're all doing fine now.
Right.
But
the time it stung.
God. Hey, listen, man.
All I've got to say is the guy that I made the box for, like, I think he's been divorced a couple times. like,
screw you, man. Screw you.
You had a chance.
God. Good Lord. Text message. I see some text messages. We'll get to them here in a second. I want to know as you look back in your memory right now, what's the most cringe thing to you that you remember doing to impress or try to get someone you like to like you, or maybe even just someone you were dating, you wanted to like impress them? What's the most cringe thing, in your opinion, you've ever done? Q92. It is 8:53, and that's going to about do us for today on the show. But before we get out of here, time to get one more finalist for Sonic Temple. You guys have been going over all morning to our live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and X. You've been liking our live video feed, and you've been typing in the corn emoji in hopes to become a finalist for this awesome contest. Lauren, it's time to randomly select someone. Who are we hooking up today?
Today it is Kate Dara.
Kate, congratulations. You are now a finalist. You're in the running, and you could get a phone call from us a week from tomorrow telling you that you are going to Sonic Temple in Columbus all 4 days to see all the bands, hundreds of bands. Oh, my Lord, all 4 days going to be amazing. Metallica closing out 2 of them. Korn 1 and Linkin Park the other. Going to be a lot of fun. There you go. Your next chance to become a finalist is coming up with Nicolina, the Midday Diva. That's going to do it for us here. Thank you to Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame for joining us like he does every Wednesday in the 8 o'clock hour. Thank you guys for your request into Your Call Wednesday. Thank you for all the interaction. We appreciate it. We hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. This is kind of the last real stupid day. We start going up to a better place weather-wise after today. So
yeah, things are going to start looking up.
We'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Thank you as always. And Jake, what do you got?
Love you. Bye.
Go. It's Drake's new one. It's Nokia on Q92.